So I wanted to record a video on the controversial realm, PCaro. It seems people really do not like this realm. So let's have a look at the realm itself. Every turn, you gain Embryo Fusion between 50 to 100, scaling with HP lost. The regular realm, you get 30 Embryo Fusion per turn. And the Embryo Fusion cap goes from 100 to 200. So you get from 30% to 25 to 50% of your Embryo Fusion. And the next thing is playing the Propagation Cairo Embryo no longer gains crit rate. So I think these 2 points are not too controversial. The extra crit rate is nice, but I don't think this is a core gameplay element that made people dislike the Propagation Cairo realm itself. Neither is the automatic Embryo Fusion gain per turn. Now, the next part is what makes Propagation Cairo interesting, which is you gain 40, the Propagation Fiesta, you gain 40 stacks of Propagation Fiesta when you consume Embryo, and it increases the Awakener's Exalt's final damage, fixed shield, fixed HP, and fixed strength down, everything basically. So this is interesting. So this realm is an Exalt focused Caro realm, and the next thing is the auto accumulation of of Crimson Furnace is 10% of HP lost. This is changed from 3% of total HP, which means if you have 70% or less HP, the Propagation Cairo realm Crimson Furnace accumulates more healing per turn. It also has a 3-turn cooldown. So I think the Crimson Furnace itself is not a big problem in this realm actually, because it is improved, and the 3-turn cooldown makes a more interesting trade-off to figure out when to heal versus, let's say, the regular Caro realm. If you don't have any Awakeners that benefit from missing health, then you can just heal every turn. So Crimson Corrosion, this is another feature of the Propagation Caro realm, as well as the max health and damage amplification. Now, where I think the biggest problem is, which most people probably agree with, is the 200 Embryo Fusion cap. The 200 Embryo Fusion cap is works for Saya because Saya generates a lot of Embryo Fusion, because she generates from 40 to 80 Embryo Fusion based on biomimicry, and her Wheel of Destiny also increases the amount of Embryo Fusion that she gets. However, the other Awakeners, for example, if you look at some of the older Caro Awakeners, for example, Agrippa is fine because she doubles the Embryo Fusion. However, a character like let's find her. If you look at Lei, she gives a flat amount of Embryo Fusion, and every time she plays a card, she also gives a flat amount of Embryo Fusion. Same for her, she gains flat 30 Embryo Fusion. And I think fundamentally the design of Propagation Caro is that you want to be on low HP, even more than the regular Caro realm. And I think Saya's E2 is where the lower the current HP, the higher the Embryo Fusion you get. Well, this is only for the strike and the defense, but oh sorry, this is for all Embryo Fusion for Saya. I think this should be allowed for the entire realm. This should be part of the realm effect. Uh, I know this is supposed to be part of size E2, but this in particular will actually fix all the issues with having 200 embryo fusion required, because you can say, okay, this realm is designed so that embryos are slightly rarer. However, you can't just invalidate all the older awakeners by giving all the newer awakeners synergies with the propagation Kara realm, and also uh, and also just buffing the embryo fusion numbers. So I think this is the right way to go for the realm, and I would be happy to see more of the realm as long as they make this fix for the older characters. So basically, add this to the propagation Karo realm mechanic, where you just gain more embryo fusion the lower HP you are, and remove Sire's E2 effect, where you gain more embryo fusion the lower health you are.